Yo, we are back. Episode 149 of the Lookout Podcast.
149 episodes.
Wow.
You're
We
like
are,
the podcast Iron Man. Like
I really think so.
like none of your podcasts are like short form or
I
you
think that
just,
says
like-
more about me and commitment than like me being.
And you'll go
qualified.
you'll go rarely miss a week.
If there's things I like to talk about, I definitely like to talk about it. Missing a week, it depends. It really, really depends. I think this is cool because we're able to like take breaks every now and then at the lookout, like the break we're about to take. To be honest with you, so we're able to take breaks every now and then. But realistically, a show is kind of interesting. I don't really have to take breaks because something is interesting during that week. So something is always happening in wrestling, no matter what. I can't say the same for anime, to be honest with you. Like this week, which nothing has really happened, to be honest with you. But we are here nonetheless. Episode 149. I'm Mills. I'm here with LJ. We are here, of course, to record and kind of like this is gonna be the pod about nothing, man. This is really
definitely.
We got nothing going on.
You're not helping not watching today's episodes.
I watch everything after we record this.
Why?
Because I don't like having to, for certain things, like for instance, I didn't have planned like, oh, we're going to talk about this week's episodes. Like I never had that planned. So it's like, if I do, I got to make sure to like research and make sure I know what I'm talking about and all the other stuff. And it actually takes quite a bit of effort to like, it's beyond just watching the episodes. It's me like, all right, making sure what points we're going to hit, like all this other stuff like that, like really like producing and stuff like that. So I never watch it because, to be honest with you, and I know with, I'll say that like previous conversations with like Jeff, for instance, right? Like he would talk about recording RSPN or talk about recording the Lookout and stuff like that. And he would say like, from a certain standpoint, he would watch it, but not be able to enjoy it because he knows he's watching it just to talk about it.
That's how I used to feel about manga at a point. I would just be reading and be like, I'm not reading this for enjoyment. I am reading this for the simple fact that like I have to dissect this and like come up with some points. And
so from doing the Two Belts podcast where we recorded on Fridays, Music Switch 2 coming out on Friday. So we had to listen to every album before we recorded the show. So we had pretty much 8 hours to listen to. If like 4 albums came out, we had 8 hours to listen to 4 albums. And it would become that instance where I would listen to it to talk about it, but not really listen to it. And then after we finished Two Belts, I never really Music Fridays is like, at this point, I get to it when I get to it. But
that's how I feel.
Yeah, like
how do you like me? I'll run the same song on repeat for like a week and a half.
Well, what have you? All right. So what have you been listening to? That's fire. Maybe you can give me some suggestions because I've been listening to.
I've been listening to some absolute bullshit, bro.
I listened to Party Next Door all Friday.
That's hilarious. All Friday? You're in your
all
feels.
Friday. No, I wasn't. You know what's crazy about Party Next Door? I feel like "Come and See Me" is like one of the best songs that he's ever made, ever. Like the creation of that song, the performance of the song, the ambience of that song. First of all, if you listen to it on speakers, it knocks crazy. It hits, but it's a slow song. And then there's like a fire Drake verse, and like the overall vibe of the song is still good no matter where you listen to it. So it's like, I was listening to it because I decided, hey, let me go see what come out new on Friday. Let me see if I can listen to that. And literally, it was some bullshit. So I said, I'm going to listen. I'm literally going to. The other day, I listened to Nellyville. The album.
That's a
Nellyville?
good album, though.
Yeah, nah.
That's a really good album.
I feel really, really old revisiting old albums instead of listening to new music. But there's nothing really new that's really like capturing me right now.
To be honest, at this point, if it ain't like the big names, I'm not hunting anymore. Like if I come across it, or if like one of the homies like, hey, you should listen to this, then I'll go and listen to it. But
dude, The album that people are telling me to listen to that I haven't listened to, what's my man's name? I think it's Don Toliver. Is it Don Toliver? Did he drop a new album recently?
He did drop one this year.
Yeah. Okay, Lovesick. Yeah, I have not listened to that yet. Like at all.
I have. That's definitely been something I've been running lately.
See, everyone says that, and I haven't listened to it yet because I just haven't found the time. I'm gonna listen to it at some point this week.
Well, I was. It got like a good. It got like a good 3-day binger from me. 3-4 day binger.
Crazy. I haven't listened to an album. Let me look at my thing. I listened to Tyler's re-release like 80 million times. I was like,
same here. That was, and it wasn't even like the entire album. It was just the new songs. I was just kind of having on rotation.
But then I would like cycle into old songs too. So it's like, and it reminds me of, I remember the weekend it came out. The weekend it came out, I randomly went out with Rob, Nell, and Steve. You weren't here, unfortunately.
I'm never there.
I haven't.
Listen, but then y'all always will like FaceTime me or call me while you're doing it.
We haven't gone out since, and if you're coming, I'm gonna hold off on going out with them until you show up. But we listened to that album the weekend it came out because we went to a vegan Chinese food restaurant, which was
y'all made. That's a decision.
I mean, I think Rob is vegan.
Rob's vegan?
Yeah, Rob doesn't really eat meat, to be honest with you. I don't know if he eats meat like seldomly, but I know he doesn't eat meat. So yeah, that's the decision that we chose.
How did I not ever notice?
Well, he was eating meat, and then he stopped eating meat for Lent, and then just never ate meat ever again. I don't know if I'm telling his business on wax, but not that this is like
nothing's wrong with veganism. That was just a surprise.
Something we use it against him, like throw pork in his fucking beer or something like that. But yeah,
I'd be fucked up that those pork in somebody's food as spite. Just.
But nah, I mean, I listened to that. What have I else I've been listening to? What have you been listening to? Yeah, let's go about that.
I'm on my most recent played a lot of Blue Bucks Clan lately.
Okay.
I got a young nigga list right now.
Clearly.
Draco. Because he apologized, I ran 777 back.
That's a classic album.
That was really good. And then on Cinco de Mayo, I played "Long Live Mexico" by Lil Keed.
Oh, that's cool. I respect it. Festive. How festive of you.
I know, right? Shawnee Bin Laden. I've been in the gym a lot lately too, though. So like, and that is like the time I listen to like most of my music. Like if I'm at work with headphones on, I'm usually listening to like a podcast or something like that. I've been heavy on my audiobook game.
I always get interrupted at work, which makes bad for podcast listening or really any listening. Mm-hmm. The last album I remember, well, no. I wouldn't say the last album. The most prominent album, I remember listening to this at work and no one could tell me anything. I just ignored everyone. Was Travis Scott's, the mixtape Days Before Rodeo. It came out when I started my last job, like in 2014, and I remember just bumping it, and like people were like, "Yo, you haven't responded to my email?" Like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Yo, this shit is crack." Like, this is too fire. Like, I remember listening to it, and I could, there was nothing I was about it.
I was in college when that mixtape came out. So I was like listening to it in between classes.
Yeah, I was fresh out. Well, I wouldn't say fresh. I was 2 years out of school when that came out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been listening to shit.
Babytron's been getting some spins for me. Babytron is hilarious, but this gonna be going crazy.
All right, I gotta tap in. Like, I literally
Babytron is hilarious. I think that's why I think I like Detroit rap so much. Like, outside of the egregious flexing, niggas are like genuinely funny.
I don't listen to any new music. I feel like I just threw Strike by Lil Yachty on the thing just because like it's fire. Listen to it. Um, I listened to randomly. I just threw on Lockjaw by French Montana and Kodak Black because I was like, why isn't this already on my phone?
That's a good song.
Ice Spice No Clarity. Listen to that.
You listen to that Shawnee Bin Laden.
Shawnee Bin Laden. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Yep. Shout out to hope Robbie listens to this episode.
No one listens to this episode.
Oh, Robbie listens to this episode. Oh,
unless we specifically market that it's not about anime.
Top 3 from New York right now.
I'm gonna tune in. What's one song that I should definitely hear? Like a song. Like pick a song.
Pick a song.
Pick a song. Just a song that you're just like, all right, listen to this.
I'm bad at this game.
Okay, damn. It's
just like listen to his newest project. Just listen to his newest project.
The whole thing. All right, you know what? I'll add it.
It's like 20 minutes. Like all his songs are like a minute.
Oh, all right. You know what? Yeah. That's fire about music these days. It is not long. I've listened to Ice Spice EP 12 million times. It's 15 minutes long. And it's just a good. I'm like almost over a little bit over half of a run in by the time it's over, and then I just turn the shit back on.
That's funny.
So that's
how I listen to music. That's why I don't be like in the arguments and be caring that much, because I just be listening to some shit. Like usually just goes on depending on my mood, and most of the time, like I said, when I listen to music, I'm in the gym, so most of the time, I'm just listening to something to hype me up.
You know what? I feel that. Ever since I don't have to commute to work anymore, which is amazing. Yeah, I have to find the time to listen to stuff in various other places. Have not watched anything. You know what? You know what I have been watching? Of course, you know what I have been watching. I've been rewatching My Hero.
Yes. I still don't know why you're doing that, but
it's great. It's a great rewatch.
Where are you at? Where are you at in your rewatch?
I'm at so they just beat Stain. My favorite part of the post Stain thing is when Ida, Todoroki, and first of all, the Stain shit is hilarious just in general.
Bro, the Stain shit is because first of all, let's just get to how they won, quote unquote.
Before that, we get how they won. Ida is on a mission. Like, he took out my brother. He is like, he picked his hero, whatever it is, internship just based on like revenge to like get the hero killer. What was he gonna do with them? Apprehend them? Kill them? What are you gonna do? Like you a man, but you a boy with glasses. Like really, realistically, what are you gonna do? He picks the wackest hero to intern for. He picks Manuel, the normal hero, which makes me laugh to no end because this nigga looks like a fucking lame. He is a lame, and his quirk is just like to moisturize shit. And he's they go
to moisturize.
Yeah, they go like Clear Eyes is essentially his whole season 5 fucking arc. Like I'm make sure your eyes aren't, you get no dust in your eyes so you can continue thinking for your quirk. And then they go through the thing where of course Stain pulls up and they're fighting him in the alley, and Stain has stabbed all of them at least once. And they're kids. I can't imagine getting stabbed at 14 years old. I can't. I'm sure that someone will experience it. Not I.
I don't think young niggas are stabbing anymore. Are young niggas?
I would hope not. I would hope not. I don't know. I feel like they just
niggas graduated. Everybody got a gun now, so
they'll just sneak you or something. I don't know. But all right, talk about the end of the fight, because the end of the fight is definitely
the end of the fight is just funny because like Stain does he die or quote unquote like whatever his lung gets pierced.
His
lung gets pierced from a broken rib. And like that is hilarious to me.
And for the longest time until he showed up again or he was mentioned again in the manga, I legitimately thought he was dead. for the longest time. I was like, didn't he die? And they were like, nah.
Bro, I thought that is not something that you just bounce back from.
I mean, science, all types of shit. Like they've got science done down to a craft way better than we got in our society. So, and the key thing about anime deaths, the thing you always need to make sure, unless you see a body, and even sometimes you see the body, unless you see a body and they explicitly say that they're dead, then
it's all dependent on the music.
Yeah.
There's certain anime death music where you're like, oh, that nigga's dead. Like,
but unless they state that they're dead, then they're not dead. But no, I was getting to the end, so it's the post part where Ida, Shoto, and Deku are in the hospital, and then the police chief comes in, and he's a dog, and I'm pretty sure, like, Deku's like, woof, and I'm pretty sure I laughed about this when we were going over the thing where the police officers were like getting smug with Shoto, and he's like, so you're saying that using your powers is right in any kind of situation? And he's pretty much saying, like, you don't know anything because you're dumbass kids. To which Shoto says, you damn mutt. And I'm I just laugh because I'm like, the nerve of this guy. But I'm now at where they're doing their midterm exams where they're tag teaming against a teacher. So I just finished Totoro.
Oh, is that the one where Bakugo and
Bakugo gets fucking laid out by All Might? Yes.
Yeah. That's great. That's a good moment. Up. They got some high highs in the beginning parts.
Listen, man, I told you, it's not the beginning part. It's definitely a ride, and it's a ride with an upward trajectory. We're on season 4, shit goes down. Season 5, shit goes down a little bit more, but like, it's a ride. So that's why
I might re-rock those first 3 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, it's not a bad watch. Like, people are so over My Hero Academia right now, and I get it, because it's like, it's been on for a while, it's been doing its thing for a while. I get why people are kind of over it, but it's really good. Like, and there's something, we're at the part where everything is overcomplicated and over dramatized. There's a beauty in the simpleness of the beginning where it's not that deep yet.
Yeah.
Where you're learning about, like, just a couple episodes, All Might just decided to tell Deku about All for One. Like, literally, it was like, you need to know this because in case this man kills me, which he probably will, which, spoiler alert, funny. But in case something happens to me, you need to know about this guy because you may need to fight him in the future. And this is season 2. You know what I'm saying? This is like chapter, like, maybe like 48 realistically. Like, so there's like a beauty in the simpleness of it all. That's why I like watching it. That's why I like rewatching the Frieza saga, even though it's long. I don't like watching the Frieza fight, but I like watching the Frieza saga because it's less complicated, less convoluted. The dialogue is way more clearer and fresher because they're clearly writing towards something. Whereas now, like, rinse, wash, repeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I gotta go back. Yeah, I gotta go back because, like, I remember the key moments, but I know that there's like little hidden gems in there that I'm like, damn, I do not remember that, but I do remember that.
You'll be surprised. Like, the first season, I remember initially on the second watch, I was like, I'm skipping all this shit because I don't really want to go through a scene. Because on my first watch, I was like, why is this nigga crying all the time? But now, like, I'm literally on my 5th watch through of this show.
When was it when you're like, all right, he's crying a little too much? Because I went a good 2 seasons and it didn't bother me.
3rd episode? 4th episode? I was just like, why is he crying? He literally cries in every fucking episode. Like, in the first 4 episodes, because he's just so
like,
happy to be a hero.
I was like, man, my man is emotional.
Yeah, but I was just like, crying.
I was cool with it. I was like, whatever. He's a kid, and like he just got his dream. Like, your number one favorite hero becomes your mentor.
So I
And you
was
get his power.
I was this was the third anime I watched after. So first anime I watched Dragon Ball, and then I didn't watch anything for a long time. I'm not counting Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon and stuff. So it was Dragon Ball. I didn't watch anything for a long time. Then watched Full Metal Alchemist, and then I watched this. So going from Full Metal Alchemist to My Hero Academia, I'm not saying it's
Yeah, that's
completely
a ride.
yeah,
That's like those are three completely different.
yeah, like attempts at shows. Like
It's all shonen, but it's three different
but
shonens.
yeah. So this is like My Hero Academia was like really one of my first like modern take on shonen. And like
What the
kind of
fuck
what
was
they
the first three anime I watched?
yeah. What was the first major one you watched?
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. Then after that,
Damn, what would
I'm
it
assuming
be?
it's all on Toonami. What's the first
It
one
would
you
have to
remember
be. It
enjoying?
would have to be Gundam.
Gundam? Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember which one though.
Whatever one was on Toonami.
Yeah, whatever one was on Toonami. Cowboy Bebop was the other one.
Okay. Wow. That's a pretty
Dragon
high,
Ball Z Gundam. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop.
that's a pretty high bar to like figure out shit afterwards. From that. But I feel like that
I think
makes
Yu
you
Yu Hakusho was after that.
that's what I'm assuming. Because I know you're a big Yu Yu guy. Um
Yeah, I think that's it. And like from vaguely, I can't. I'm sure. Like if I went back and it was like rewatching animes, I'll be like, oh, actually, I remember watching that. But those are, I guess, the top four that I
mhm.
vividly remember like watching like the series.
I feel like I don't know. I got nothing wrong with rewatching your faves over and over again. It's a really good My Hero Academia. I know I'm a homer for it on this shit, so I try not to like completely push it on it, even though I just do anyway. But it's really like one of my favorite watches.
Like it's really not bad though. Like
Not
as much
bad, but like
as like
people are
as much as
over it.
a person, I don't.
People are over it. That's what it is.
You really feel people are?
Yeah, absolutely. People are over it. People don't even give it the same respect as other shit that they do. What's the thing that people are talking about? What's the anime people mostly talk about these days? Um, fuck, I don't know. But I feel like people don't
I feel
even.
My Hero is always in a like people just love
Oh,
to hate it, but I
right.
don't.
But I
But I
think
think
people are like they're riding with JJK, they're riding with Bleach, they're riding with like a bunch of other shit. Fucking what's that soccer shit that I hate?
Blue Lock,
Yeah,
Blue Lock isn't. Blue Lock ain't no Aoashi. That's all I gotta say.
it's a
Aoashi
yeah.
is my shit. I love
It's
that.
people are
It's too like game breaker. It's too
yeah
like yeah. It's too intense.
every time. I'm like, yo, you take the dramatics out of everything if everything is dramatic. Like you take the story and the like if everything
It's like
if
too
everything is
much.
like everything is on the line, then what is there to build up to? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a it does too much for me. So I'm interested to see. I may tap in. I don't know, but um,
Nah, it's not worth the watch. I even
I
stopped reading it. It was just like you said, when everything is so like intense and over dramatized, and it's always like this big moment. Nothing really matters. You're kind of just like,
yeah,
oh, everybody's gonna get one of these. Like,
nah,
okay, cool.
absolutely. I think even to the point where my hero's own fans turn against my hero, that's when I know like legitimately people are like over it. Some things go on a bit too long. Um, and I'm not saying my hero went on too long. Actually, I think it could go on for a minute. To be honest with you, I'm okay if it didn't decide to end. I mean, it ended.
I
It's
thought
cool.
so. No, it's ending for sure.
Yeah,
But I
absolutely.
really did think that My Hero was gonna be like another like 6, 7, 800
Years?
chapter.
Oh, never mind.
No, like I thought it was gonna like go on for a minute.
Yeah, no, you could do most stuff. You could. They didn't even really do. I mean, they've done time skips in the show, but it's nothing significant. It's like moved from like July to like April, like some shit like that. Like there's a time skip in after like the first 3 episodes because Deku has got to um, prepare his body to hold all for one for all, or all for one. So he got to prepare his body, so it takes like a whole year of training, but there's like no significant thing. So even if there ended up being like if they made a series, a part 2 of the series, I'm completely fine with it. Everyone's adults doing their
Someone
thing.
got some road rage in the
I mean,
background.
that's New York City. Honk first, ask questions later, then get out the car and then ask more questions. But no, it's a
No, I really did think it was gonna go. I had it as probably one of the last real long running like current, because I don't see things like running long, super long anymore. Like
I mean, nothing
stuff.
should. Fucking Shawnee Bin Laden don't even fucking run long. So why should anything else?
I think the attention span of anime and manga readers is lower than before. I think it's all too widely available now. I think before, when it was like one of those things where you kind of really had to do your searching and your hunting for it, or you only had a certain amount of episodes now that you can get to. Like, long running things were more intriguing because you're like, oh, like I want this to go because I'm only getting a limited amount of it anyways. I think now that you get everything, people are kind of like, all right, bro, it's like season 5 or like season 4. Like, all right, let's wrap this up. Like, okay, let's get.
To be honest with you, with my watches for the first time of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, I'm like, yo, this shit's going on forever, bro. Like, I'll be like skipping through shit like, yo, all right, when's the important stuff coming up? Realistically,
watching it on 1.5 speed, you gotta.
Bruh, it's I'm waiting for, and I'm sure AD would be like, everything's important, but everything means something, which it does. But the pace of it is like so slow. The pace of it is just completely different from kind of how anime is ingested nowadays anyway. Like you look at an old Bleach episode and then you look at, like, for instance, Demon Slayer episode, which came out today. So much stuff happens in that Demon Slayer episode. So much stuff happens in one episode, and it's not even comparable. Bleach will be centered about one thing for 22 minutes with a bunch of side conversations non-related to the plot, like school shit, girl shit, innocuous speaking about some bullshit. Whereas Demon Slayer is like everything is
Demon
so
Slayer
surrounded to the plot.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is perfect. I love it so much. This newest episode,
I believe it. I watched last week's episode and I was enjoying it. It's one of those episodes. It's one of those shows where it's like you're sitting through it, and then like 14 minutes in, you're like, how much more of this show we have left? Fuck, this episode is about to end, isn't it? I hate when that happens. When I just know something is about to end. I see the halfway title card.
Oh man, that's a cursed image.
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck, we're halfway through this shit.
I be wanting to like listen, go forever. I'll be like, man, skip it.
That's why people binge it, and I get it. I get why people binge it, but I don't know. Some stuff I can deal with week to week, and then I'll re-binge it later. To be honest with you, I feel like it's definitely worth a watch. What was I watching recently as well? Did I watch anything?
I've been caught up on Witch of Mercury, which is probably one of my favorite Gundam series ever now. It's there. I'll fuck around and may say it's top 5.
I can't. I can't even contribute to this conversation.
Nah, Butcher Mercury is so good, bro. If you're gonna watch a Gundam series, watch that.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I'm
like
gonna
for
watch it.
real.
I'm
No,
gonna watch
like
it.
yes, that is something that you need to watch. I don't know how many Gundam series you ever watch, but I feel that is the
Zero
one.
point zero zero zero.
Oh yeah, see,
Something about it just never appealed to me. It didn't. As a kid, I was like,
bro,
"This is too
it's
grown."
war crimes and robots.
As a kid, the animation, I was like, "This animation looks too grown. I'm not into this. I'm into give me the kid shit. Give me the bright colors and the whimsical adventures and shit
I
like
was like,
that."
these niggas just finding some big ass robots and going crazy.
I was just
I
like, no,
loved it.
I didn't. I was like, I don't want it. I couldn't get into it at all. Just from even seeing the little like promos about it, I was like, nah, I can't get into this. It's
I
different.
loved it. It's just you fighting in space. This is like a better space opera than Star Wars. Someone's gonna kill me for saying that.
I won't kill you. You know why? Because someone's
Did
gonna
you
kill
never
me.
seen?
Someone's gonna kill me, but I've not seen most of Star Wars.
Oh yes, you know what? At this point, cool.
I've not seen most of Star
Cool.
Wars. Like all my Star Wars knowledge is from parodies of Star Wars.
This nigga watch Spaceballs.
I watch Family Guy episodes that are themed with Star Wars. Like
That's hilarious.
Family Guy is really. When's the last time you watched Family Guy?
It's been years since I watched Family Guy.
Family
Guy hasn't been funny to me for a very long time.
It's one of those shows that like put it on in the background and that's it, because you don't really need to know about anything. The characters are charactering. Everyone is still pretty much themselves. I've literally had on. I remember one point I just put on Family Guy and just let it run for like maybe like 8 hours in the background.
I'll do that with American Dad. American Dad is hilarious.
I've never watched American Dad.
American Dad's funny.
American Dad came out. Here's my story with American Dad. Family Guy was canceled. I watched the first episode of Family Guy when it started in 1999, I want to say, or 1998, whatever. It came on immediately after the Super Bowl or some award show. But I remember watching it because I remember laughing my ass off. What day did this fucking start? I remember laughing my ass off at one of these jokes. January 31st, 1999. So it literally came after the 1999 Super Bowl. So I remember laughing my ass off at this joke and then tuning in weekly and then finding out it was canceled by Fox. And while they were canceled, I believe they started doing episodes of American Dad. And I'm like, that's not fucking Family Guy. So I never watched it because it's not, but I hear it's nice. I mean, I don't know.
It's cool. It's funny. Like, I don't know. Like, those adult animation shows don't hit the same to me no more. Like, I mean, shit, like I'll go back and watch old episodes of The Simpsons and Futurama. I think those are still
Futurama is a gem. I have not. I don't. Yeah, everything after like season 5, I don't really like buy into it, and probably even earlier than that. But realistically, like Family Guy is a gem. Like not Family Guy, Futurama. Futurama is a gem, because it's such very smart humor.
Yeah,
like very very like legitimately sci-fi based, science based, math based, all that other shit that I learned in school. Like I'd be like, wow, that's an actual funny joke. Them birds are birding in your background.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. It's a nice day out.
It's a nice day out here. I feel like getting an icy, but
that
stuff costs
good.
too much now. When's the last time you got something from an ice cream truck?
Ice cream truck just rolled past the crib like 2 days ago. I didn't get anything though.
When's the last time you got something from there?
That'd be last summer. What did I get?
For yourself?
I got me, my cousin, my daughter, I think my uncle something. And I was like,
how much did that cost?
That was like $20.
God damn. See? This is
around there.
ridiculous. This is nuts.
There used to be so I used to live downtown Minneapolis, and I lived where I was living. It was like a big park, and one like so during the weekend, they'll get ice cream trucks and food trucks and stuff like that. And we'll walk over there, and there's a Mexican lady that used to have an ice cream truck there, and the flavors she had were so crazy.
What was it?
It was like she'll have like the mango chili and the strawberries and cream, and she had like a horchata joint that was good.
Wow.
She would like put chili on any of the fruit ones. It was like she had some shit. I was over there, man.
The craziest thing I ever seen from an ice cream truck is that it sold hot dogs and milk.
That's weird. No, not the hot dogs, baby.
Nah,
milk is weird.
They sold milk.
Different. Drinking straight milk is could you drink a cup of milk right now?
Fuck no. Nuts. My body is not built that way. I mean, maybe
my body would shut down if I drink a cup of like whole milk.
I haven't drank milk since grade school, when that was kind of all they offered. What did you guys have for school lunch when you were a youth?
Oh, we had all the basic public school shit. Square pizzas.
Did you guys have juice or milk?
Oh no, we had milk for sure.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
did y'all have juice? Yeah, y'all have a juice option?
No. It was mostly juice was the treat. Juice was like, we heard they got juice on Fridays.
We would get juice on juice? Like when we would do breakfast for lunch, and we would get like French toast sticks and like a piece of sausage, and
so the juice.
And then they will either get apple juice or orange juice with that.
So fucking, I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to figure out what brand this shit is. God, and I'm looking right at it, but I can't. It's like Sun something. Either way, juice was a treat. Sometimes we got juice cups. What's this? Ardmeyer? Jesus Christ. Either way, juice was a treat. Juice was like we don't do this often, but today we're giving out juice.
For sure.
And
no, for like, sure. It would
get out of my way. I'll eat this bullshit burger.
No, the days you got juice were like, those are blessed days.
Yeah.
Cause I hated the milk. Like I hated the milk. I would always I would either grab it and not drink it and go to like the water fountain and get some water, or just be thirsty. I hated. I felt like this doesn't match with what the hell I'm eating.
But it's all that we had. It's all that I had. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not drink anything? Like, just eat dry ass burger, dry ass pizza, all this other stuff like that. Like, you need it. And then after some time in high school, they opened up this mini shop thing where you could actually buy juice and cookies and all this other stuff, and it would cost like $3.50 to get like juice.
That was like high school when we started. Yeah, that was like high school when we started having like you can go buy stuff, and
we could never leave the building. They would sell it to us inside the school. We could never leave the building
to go get food.
Fuck no, New York City kids. We would.
Yeah, that's true. Y'all probably never be seen again.
Never be seen again. Like, people already didn't want to come back to school. Like, the worst thing I ever saw was at my high school. We used to play dominoes a lot, and so these kids in my class, they went to the park next to the school to play dominoes, and it's a public park, and they were getting ready to buy stuff, so they had all their money out. And then some cops come over and pretty much accuse them of gambling. So he gave all of them like summons. These are like 14 to 16-year-old kids. He gave them all summons. So they all missed school this one day to go to court to battle like, yo, we weren't gambling. We were out because we just bought stuff with our money and stuff like that. I don't even think the cops even showed up. But like, I was like, damn, bro. I was like, I'm glad I wasn't there that day. Because if I came home with a summons, my parents would fucking killed me. But
oh yeah, no, that's ridiculous. That's crazy.
New York City cops, man. All they want is to like
we got in trouble for shooting in junior high. I got in trouble for shooting dice in front of the school.
I could see that. I can see it. It's
Um,
very on brand for you. I can see
yeah,
it.
but we got in trouble with the teachers.
Oh, okay.
Like it
Um,
wasn't like, I mean, they're like school security, whoever the guy was.
Kids used to smoke cigarettes in high school, which is nuts, by the way. And they're all the Indian kids. Um, and who like look older, have full grown beards,
Oh,
like
that
all
was
of
one of my homies. One of my homies. I still don't know his real age.
they just looked older, smoked, and then at some point our teachers who used to smoke used to be like, yo, let me get a cigarette, like some type of other like and they used to tell me about it all the time, and I'm like, bro, no, thank you. I'm gonna turn this shit down. I felt like a lame, but I was just like, you know what, I don't care. Um but yeah,
That's
no,
hilarious.
that was high
Nah, I
school.
remember. Yeah, high school. I went to different high schools, so I had
How
a
many?
3.
3?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I was like in the inner city school. Then I went to like a deep suburban school. Then I went to another like bigger suburban school, and then went back to the one that was super deep. It was like a real small prep school.
How'd you feel?
Um,
Did you get what was the difference between the inner city school and the other school?
all my friends were at one of them, and the other ones I was surrounded by white people. It sucked. But no, it was I don't know. My high school experience was crazy because it was just like my being like going to school, like my neighborhood school. Like I knew everybody. Like it was a huge school too. So like, man,
Of course.
we had man, one of our lunches had like close to 700 students in it, just the lunch, and we had 3 different lunches. So we had A lunch, B lunch, and C lunch. Like B lunch had like 700 kids in it. Like it was a big ass school. It looked like a prison. Like
Wow.
we drive by it, like you'd be like, "Is this like a detention center?" Like that's what it looks like. Um, but no, so I was like going to that, and then going to a school where it's a small prep school. Like my biggest class in there, I go from a class of like being in a class with like 40 students in it. It's on
Hmm.
like to a class now where it's like 12 of us. Like it was a big like difference with that because I'm just used to being around a bunch of other people. But like the big reason why I transferred a lot too is because both of my well, my mom and my stepdad, they're teachers,
Hmm.
so for them, education came first. So they were just kind of like, and I was cutting a fool in school. So they were just like, all right, we're going to take you out and put you far away. So,
Damn.
but they also cared about me trying to get a good education and stuff like that. So,
Which was definitely,
but
that's definitely something.
it was different. Like, you're going to a school where all these kids, man, I was going to school like one of this girl's dad's like an executive at Pepsi, and like these kids come from like real crazy money. This is kind of like me coming in there, and so it was like a real difference, just like seeing both worlds. So it's like and I'll still go back to the cities and like still be kicking it with my friends in the city, and like you know coming from a different like completely different culture point. So it's like, but it helped my like worldview and like helped me like now like I feel that I'm able to go to so many different places and be able to adapt because I've had to do that.
This is exactly an episode of Moesha, by the way. Not even an episode. This is like a very strong plot line in Moesha, where Frank thinks that she's not getting a good enough education in her school and doing bad grades, so he sends her off to another school. Because of Q, because of Q, who's played by the nigga from Onyx, Fred Rosar.
Yeah.
Um, So she sends her to another school, but then Moesha, of course, gets in trouble and like sneaks out and goes to the party at the other school to meet Nisi and fucking Kim. And Moesha shit, bro. You live the you
My life
live
was a Moesha school.
your life is definitely a Moesha school.
That's crazy. That's wild. But no, yeah, like I bounced around a lot though. But it helped me. It helped me like just learn how to navigate stuff because now
Yeah.
even as an adult, like
all these
you
white
know.
people in your face, and you just
Oh
now
yeah,
you
like in the
now you just
industry
learn.
that in the industry I'm in, it is very few people that look like me in it. So I'm constantly having to be in a space of whiteness, and like
Mhm.
as a person who is very secure in who they are, like
Your blackhood,
my
black them.
yeah, my blackhood and just and all that, like it was. I know how to navigate that space. Like I know how to do it in a way where it's like I ain't gotta. I'm not really conforming, and I'm not really in there. Like I'm still me, and I'm still able to be me, and still able to like show respect in different ways, but also like get the same respect back.
Do you think we'll ever in our lifetime have a very successful black creative anime or manga? Like very outside maybe like Boondocks. Um do you think in our like because we see people like
I think we
attempt to do it?
can. I think we can for sure. I think we see a lot. I think something's gotta pop. You gotta look at the attempts, and you look at how many people are now trying. Like
Yeah.
something has to hit. Like you keep
Is
throwing these,
there nah, I was gonna ask, like, is there like I don't what's it called? Gatekeeping from communities in terms of like inclusivity from other folks trying to create anime, like because I'm trying to figure out, like, of course, anime and Japanese created thing, but I think it's evolved beyond its borders to the point where everyone worldwide loves it and would also love to come up with an anime. But is it possible for there to be a successful black created anime? I mean, there's things that have been greenlit, of course. You look at like Cannon Busters and like Yasuke or some whatever Yakuza, some Flying Lotus, whatever the niggas did. Um, and then also, but then even like our the blackest animes is created by Watanabe, very Lupe Fiasco with swords, type beat, but
yeah.
but like I'm trying to figure out, like, like, do you feel like it's possible?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna always be on the glass half full side of things when it comes to this, because I feel like I like I said, I think there's a lot of people trying right now, and
Hmm.
they're with so many people throwing some shit at the wall, see what sticks. Something gotta stick, I don't. I think that the fact that they even gave shit like Yaska a chance, or like you said, Cannon Busters, which is fairly popular, but I feel that
I feel like it's
seeing
popular
these,
to us because we black, but like realistically, if I ask anyone outside the circle, do you know what Cannon Busters is? I'm like, I don't know, bro. If I go up to, well, I don't know, Anime NYC may be a different place because it's mad niggas there, but
there's a lot of niggas at Anime NYC.
and then Anime Week in Atlanta probably the same thing. I don't know. I'm trying to see because like I
I think
upload.
it's just depending on who is the one pushing it across. I
Hey
feel
man,
it has to be somebody. Like I'm not even gonna lie, if a nigga like Michael B. Jordan was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come out with an anime,"
right, right, right.
like people will be like, "Oh shit!" Like I'm gonna watch that.
But then if
Like
it's trash, we'll never hear the end of it because we've had so much like non-interesting. Because like there's also a sense of, and I was also about to say, like, our Lord and Savior, creator, popularizer of anime to Black folks,
RDC,
RDC World,
RDC
who
World.
who I uploaded on our Lookout thing 2 years ago. So there was an Anime NYC pretty much 2 years ago, and they unveiled like, hey, here's the anime manga that we're working on, and it still hasn't come out yet. It was supposed to come out on HBO Max or come out via HBO Max. Now Discovery has pretty much run into things, and now HBO Max is just becoming Max. And to be honest, they've done away with a lot of the animated stuff there. So we haven't gotten any concrete news about it, but it's
Yeah, because
looking.
they don't even have the Crunchyroll tab on it anymore.
Nah, I mean that could have been a limited time thing, but I'm interested to see because I know they were working with HBO Max on something. I'm not sure if it was the anime and the reality show, But like since Discovery is like, yo, we dubbing all that animated shit, get the shit off the platform. I'm very interested to see if that it will still
I'm
even
telling
come
you,
out.
it just has to be the right person. It's the right messenger. The message is fine. I think a black create anime. That's why I think it'll
It is
work. You
Michael
just
B.
gotta
Jordan.
find.
It's
It's
Michael
gonna
B.
be
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. I'm telling you, when Michael B. Jordan does an anime, it's gonna pop. People are gonna tune into it. He
If
just
Creed
has to make sure
is
it's
an
not
anime,
ass.
I think
Oh
Creed.
yeah, like, I think it's just getting turned to like a graphic novel now. I listen, Creed, anything that's around there, because like even my uncle who doesn't watch anime at all, even like saw Creed 3 and then came to me, I was like, yo, that's what that anime shit's about. I was just like, yeah, like essentially that's what it's like. And then so I feel like Michael B. Jordan does something. Can't be a rapper.
Nah, it's
Because
Michael B. Jordan.
Jaden Smith tried it. Jaden Smith tried it and it didn't
Neo
pop out.
Yokio shit was trash, bro. Neo Yokio was one of the worst things from the first. I supported it because you know Jaden Smith popping. I love Jesus Mero, but Neo Yokio was one of the worst things that I've ever seen in my life. Like
no, Neo Yokio was bad, like legit bad. I tried too. I tried it hard. I tried to like it hard.
Yeah, created by Ezra Koenig. Yeah, nah, bro. But it's terrible. So I'm like, even like, yo, do Americans even know really how to create? Do we gotta like legitimately fly out to Japan and be there for like make an anime a day for 10 summers or something like that? Make a beat every day for the whole summer to figure out like how anime is truly done, because there's mad shit.
I don't know. It's also, I think like we gotta look at it from a different lens. We can't look at. I feel like we look at a black created anime from the same lens that we look at all like.
We
all
look at it
other
with a
animes.
tougher lens, bro. We look at it with a tougher lens.
Absolutely. If it's not like one of the greatest things we have ever seen, it's bad. And like,
but realistically, some of the shit has been bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like Yasuke
was bad. Yeah, Yasuke was bad. Yasuke was really bad.
Realistically, the only one that's like anime passing has been Boondocks, and that's been highly successful for its satire with it was introduced and promoted in a way where I don't even think niggas who watch it know what anime is. They just know that the shit is drawn tight, but it was presented in a way that was like different than if it was presented as an anime. I don't think people would have got jiggy with it, and I don't know why I said jiggy, but I don't think people would have got like, you know, got with it at all. But it's definitely like it's presented more as Boondocks is presented more as like adult animation, than an actual animated. Yeah, see, look, it's genre.
It's like adult. It's like adult cartoons.
Yeah,
like that's what it's more pushed as.
On Wikipedia, it's called anime influence adult animated sitcom. So it's not even really seen. And also another part of it, it debuted in the newspapers that I used to read every week. So that's another part of it that like
I just found my uncle. He used to keep the clips, and I just found like the photo book that he kept all the clips in.
Oh, it's amazing. I used to read it every Sunday, like not knowing how these kids sound, and then when the show came out, I was like, oh, that's how they sound. That's amazing. But yeah, it's gonna have to be like a Michael B. It's really gonna have to. It's all in the hands of Michael B. Jordan. I can't imagine anyone else, to be honest with you. Not anyone off the top of my head who is black who I would trust with like, okay, you're creating anime. Like, who would I? I wouldn't trust Travis Scott with fucking anime.
Hell no! Like you can't trust none of these niggas. You gotta trust Michael B. It's all. Nah, you can't. Because it's gonna be they're not like Michael B. Jordan feels like a real like connoisseur of this shit. Like he's very like,
and then
like,
also he's like
very
accessible and He's very
like a guy like Lupe is gonna make something that's too out of spacey. That's gonna be too deep. Travis Scott, he would do something that's way too hype. You know, like Michael B. Jordan feels like the type of person that's like, no, like I actually like he sits down and really digests like this is what anime is like, and this is what also he's like in TV and movies, like he knows what a story.
What can he create in anime? What's his
I
influence?
I low key feel that he could.
When he dropped his top 5, people were not feeling him for whatever reason.
Niggas was hating for no reason for that one. That was a horrible conversation. That was like y'all hating for the sake of hating at this point.
Yeah, anime fans are fickle and weird.
They just wanted to get there. Why didn't you add my favorite deep cut, my favorite B side on this? Because it's like, bro, it's a B side for a reason.
I feel like I mean, he's very influenced by, but to be honest, all black anime content creators at this point are now influenced by fucking Naruto. So I'm not sure how that would affect or think part of it.
Everything's Naruto has a hand in everything. As much as I want to deny it, it's the invisible hand, bro.
But I don't know. I'm interested to see. I'm open to it, but I'm definitely going to realistically an American black created anime. One, I don't even think would get respect from hardcore anime fans just in general. And then two, I just don't think it would. It's a hard sell, an extremely hard sell. Like Michael Jordan would have to put his own money into this because I don't even know if like outside of maybe Netflix will pick it up, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's been such a bad. Neo Yokio was terrible, and that's not even like a black created anime, but it was just terrible.
You got anime with niggas in it though. I don't know. I think Michael B could do it. I got faith in my mans. I think that how he did Creed 3 and he was able to take that anime influence and add it to there. I think he has to. It has to be. I don't want to feel like he has to put himself in a box and do something sports related, but I feel that he will kill something sports related.
I could see it.
And maybe he doesn't go the shonen route. Maybe he doesn't do all the extra battles. He do some slice of life shit. Doing something. Michael B. Jordan doing something like, you know, that's more focused on some life shit than battles and all of that. I feel that's something that he could do.
I could see it. I could absolutely see it. So our next episode is going to be our 150th episode. It will not be anytime soon. Well, actually, it's going to be relatively soon. I'm bugging. I'm saying it like it's 4 months from now. It will. Summer at Kame House is when it's going to begin.
I'm excited for Summer at Kame's.
I'm interested to see. So eventually, we got to sit down. So which we haven't done yet. We got to sit down and kind of like narrow out like what we're actually going to watch. But I would also like to hear what people. I say I want to hear.
I'm gonna get you to watch a Gundam series.
I mean, I'm fine with that. But not the whole thing.
Nah, season 1. I know which one I'm gonna have you watch.
But there are also things you haven't watched, which are like thing to me. Like, did you watch Digimon when it came out?
Yeah, but it's been forever and a day since I've watched Digimon.
Did you watch Yu-Gi-Oh when it came out?
No, hell no.
Why the hell no? Why hell no?
I've been very vocal about my very lack of knowledge of the Yu-Gi-Oh verse.
Well, I'm gonna make a note of that. But
bro, I don't know shit about Yu-Gi-Oh.
But I feel
I probably even said an opinion about Yu-Gi-Oh before too.
What are you gonna do? Either way, I feel like we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna watch for Summer at Kame House. And I don't know. I'm still considering it. but I like to do things when people ask us like, why do we make our picks? Well, or at least why do I make the picks the way that I did in the past? It's because it's for everybody. Like a little bit of everything for everybody, and that's why I make it the way. And that's why I don't go a little bit for deep cut late 80s, early 90s anime or something along those lines. Um, Even though I guess we could dive into that bag a little bit, but I'm interested. We got to sit down. We got to think of and come up with these type of anime we want to watch, um, and really like kind of figure this out and like put this together. But Summer at Kame House will be next, and then also 150 fucking episodes. What are we gonna do for that?
I don't know. That's a lot of episodes you done did.
I feel like you're close to, so I'm not even gonna say like you're.
I've probably done 150. Yeah, because what Big Eyes?
Big Eyes was over 100. Yeah, Big Eyes was over 100. Y'all was about to surpass us. Didn't happen, but you were about to.
Yeah, it was like 120 episodes.
Yeah, so
125.
You've done your share. I think you've been on since like 119. I want to say, I'm not sure, but you've been on your fair share of episodes, and even then, you've been on episodes beforehand. So you definitely this 150 is going to be for both.
I remember my first episode. I was in Chicago.
I love it. So we've definitely done our share of stuff. So it'll be interesting. We gotta come up with ideas, gotta come up with concepts, come up with things to do. But that's gonna be our summer, and I'm looking forward to it just because it's like very lax. The summer basketball's not on, so I'll definitely be watching anime and yeah, I think that's it. We filled an entire episode with conversation, my guy.
We did.
Look at that. Look at that.
We talked about a lot. A lot of it wasn't even anime.
Yeah. Yeah. If you like episodes like this, feel free to let us know. And maybe we'll do some more.
Please, no more, because I got it. You got me diving into subjects I have no music. You have me talking music. That's crazy.
Hey man. Gotta talk about something. Either way, subscribe to the Lookout, follow the Lookout, be amazed by everything that we got going on at the Lookout, and yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Some brand new episode. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with our 150th fucking episode, and Summer in Kame House. So you'll all get all the news. You can follow us on Twitter at the Lookout RNC, and also on Instagram at the Lookout RNC, and you'll get all the news there. But make sure you just tune in and yeah, stay ready, be ready, get ready. AD completely bombed it 2 episodes ago.
Oh man, that was bad. I never wanted to bring that up, but he let me down.
Listen, he forgot.
I tried to. I was gonna say. I
should just make him do 5 episodes of a random fucking podcast just so he doesn't get rusty anymore. But you're supposed to drink more water. Eat more vitamins and watch more anime.
Both of y'all are not.
Hey man, listen. Eat more vitamins anyway, bro. Fuck it.
Please watch more anime, read more manga, drink more water.
Yeah, and eat your vitamins because, quite frankly, we all need a multivitamin in our life. Look out for your multivitamin.
Do you take multivitamins?
I got multivitamins in front of me right now, bro.
That's lit. I got some too. Listen, I got the GNC brand joints.
I got whatever. It's nature made. But see, it's literally.
My man, do you do protein too? You be doing protein powder?
I do protein powder. I haven't done it in a while because I'm big enough, but I haven't done it in a while. But I'm about to get back on my ish. But yeah,
you heavy lifting, baby?
Maybe. I mean, I haven't heavy lifted in a while. I think I'm over heavy lifting. That's if this is my last bit of a thing, I'm over with lifting heavy.
I got my goals, and once I hit those, I think I'll be fine with like staying consistent there.
I feel like there's no. I don't want to. But then
again, I don't know. I may hit that and be like, nah, I could throw some more weight up.
No, trust me. If you can, you will. But I feel like I've reached a point where it's like, I don't want to continue putting so much pressure and stuff on my joints by continuing to lift heavy weight when I'm literally training for nothing. I'm literally just training to look good, and there's various other ways you can kind of look good. So I'm not going to squatting, like barbell back squats, not doing anymore. I'll figure another way to bench up my fucking quads and stuff. Deadlifts I can do, but also I'm not doing that often. And what's another thing? Nah, that's kind of it. Like really barbell back squats, like I'm not doing that shit anymore, bro. I used to you have to get down really, really low and then like not that it tears up your knees or anything, but like I don't need that pressure in my life anymore. I really don't. Um but to everyone in the
I think
gym,
squats might be my least favorite compound lift.
squats,
Like they're cool.
lunges are
Man,
for
when I
me.
was
Lunges.
in college, I was lifting heavy. My squats were crazy.
I lunges are probably the worst for me because I feel like a
Lunges.
deer when I'm like once my legs start getting weak doing it. Um, because lunges are a great way to isolate your quads and your hamstrings and stuff like that. Um, but realistically, like it's terrible. It's one of my most hated for sure. Absolutely, 100%. I hate doing legs because they always hurt. Um, but I'm gonna start doing them again. Actually, I don't. My legs are big enough. Fuck this. Um,
That's funny. The dilemma.
yeah,
You're gonna
just
get back to legs. It's a balance. Like I don't like
nah,
doing legs,
bro.
but you gotta have balance.
A quote that I heard once was like, "You can either have great quads or wear jeans, but you can't do both." So I take that as my mantra in terms of leg day and how hard I go with that. But um, yeah, I mean, I was supposed to sign off a couple minutes ago, but thanks for
Yeah, it
bringing that
was.
up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Look out, follow Lookout, listen to Lookout, drink more water, watch more manga, eat more anime. Um, and we'll see you guys for 150. Peace.